Hey there, YouTube. Let's talk about my Glock 47 setup. I put out a video a couple days ago, and it's time to read the comments. Let's see how it's going. Okay, I'll go I haven't read them yet. I've sorted by the top comments. That's a good way to do it. All right, Ben, I figured it out. In between classes, you've been frogging people's houses, using their showers, making videos while wet as to not disturb their towels. You taken all their family pictures or anything to indicate whose home you're in? Nailed it. That's not really that wrong. If I'm staying at someone's house, I'm usually there's not going to be anything in the background that's descriptive of whose house it is or where it is. Anything like that. Okay, I had my Glock 47 guide rod break at IDPA Nationals, less than 4,000 rounds on the gun. Gun shoots great, flatter and faster than my 34. Glock replaced the guide rod. Searching online, I found there's a lot of people with exactly the same problem. Yes, I believe a little while ago there was a bad run of guide rods from Glock, and I think they were breaking. There was a lot of people breaking them, like a lot. But I think for the most part, they were lasting more than the 5,000 rounds. This is what I was told, by the way. They were lasting more than the 5,000 rounds. So that run of that run of guide rods was, I don't know, it was out the door and it broke more frequently than normal. Because for me, to be honest, I don't change the Glock springs, the recoil springs. I'll just shoot the gun and the springs wear in. I never change them, never. It's not a thing I do. So I started seeing them breaking, I think 18 months ago, 2 years ago. And then I got the story from someone at Glock. And I was seeing them breaking all over the place, hearing them breaking all over the place. It was kind of weird. That's why I got some more information. That's what I think happened. And I think the new ones are not going to be like that. Like I said, Glock recommends you replace it at 5,000 rounds, which I don't do. But anyway. Okay, awesome, Ben. If you feel like indulging the nerds, I'd love to hear an additional comparison of the 47 to the 34 once you've had time to play with the 47. My take as a newer shooter that just started shooting USPSA is that I'm slightly better with the 34 on shots that require... What the hell? Show me the rest of the comment. Oh, he just didn't write anything else. I don't think. It's not showing me. I don't think there's a big difference between the 34 and the 47, quite honestly. The recoil impulse is a little bit different, but I don't find the guns to be dramatically different. It's a little bit different, but really not much. Really not much. I like your take on products. Sometimes good shit breaks. Oh, well, shit happens. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to break everything. So I'm not emotionally attached to the equipment that I buy or that it is given to me. It doesn't matter, because if I start training with it, sooner or later, I'm going to destroy it. That's just the way it works. Keep us posted. I'm curious how that one feels under recoil versus your 34 or a 17 with the same springs inside. Man, people are very curious about that. It's interesting to see multiple comments about the comparison. I mean, I've shot Glock 47s before. I just have a lot of 34s as like a legacy thing. Just because I've had a bunch of 34s. The recoil impulse on the 47's not that different. It's maybe preferable. Maybe. All right, next one. So basically a Glock 17 with a shortened dust cover. Man, you got to hand it to Glock for all their innovation. And also, next comment was, and also after all these years, convinced people that a G19/45 recoil spring belongs in the 17. I'm sure it's fine, but not the best performing. You know what's faster than modularity? Going into your range bag and switching guns. You don't have to take anything apart. Well, to me, if it's an MOS thing and you're going to mount a red dot on it, it makes sense to take another look at the springs. So consider that there's going to be more reciprocating mass on the slide, which in my head is going to change probably the spring setup that you prefer. All right. So I started shooting the Glock 47 at the beginning of the year with my local Hit Factor club. Only thing different I have than yours is SRO, grip tape, and the Johnny Glock Evolution X trigger. using the 4.5-pound striker spring for 100% reliability. I've used the same Apex trigger you have, and the Johnny Glock kit full kit is noticeably better. Also reliable, most importantly, but probably not $400 better than the Apex is what I've concluded. I don't regret paying that much for the trigger because I'm rich. Ben, do you ever answer any questions asked in the comment section? No, I do not. Okay. Hi, Ben. Thanks for these videos. How many Glocks do you have at this point? Why did you buy a new one? What happens with the older ones? This is not criticism. I'm just trying to understand the way you manage the tools for your job. Okay, I have a bunch of Glocks. I'm not sure the number. I bought a new one because I felt like it. And I was annoyed. An SRO failed on one. Then the optic flew off another. And one of them ran out of batteries just as I was leaving my house. Yeah, so the CH Precision Walmart SRO, that ran out of batteries. Like it just turned off. And I opened it up, and that's when I discovered it is not the same battery as all the other ones. What the 2032s or whatever, it was a different one, 1632s, I think, which I didn't have any on hand. So I was annoyed, and I took that gun and left it on my kitchen counter. And then I grabbed a different gun and I left, as I recall. So at one point I was like, this was 3 Glocks less than I wanted to have. So I was a little annoyed. And also I felt like buying more Glocks. Okay. What brand microwave is that on top of your 47? How many times have you experienced a problem putting the mag in the hole? Okay. That's a weird comment. Okay. Let's keep going. Man, not that many super interesting comments. Here you go. All right. When you say Apex kit, because I did say I put an Apex kit in my Glock. Okay. When you say Apex kit, what about the trigger bar and connector? Is that part of the Apex kit? I put in the full kit. There's the shoe on a trigger bar with a connector. I put that in. In the follow-on comments, somebody said, wondering the same thing. I think Joel Park addressed it elsewhere. Full kit plus the TTI striker spring. Yes. So I have TTI striker springs on hand. I'm shooting really hard primers right now. So I did not want to change the striker spring. So it's the factory striker spring that's in there. All right, let's keep going. It ain't no 34. Looks goofy with a big optic on it too. That's, come on. Come on, man. I think it looks nice. All right. I'm not sure why I keep watching these videos. It's a Scooby-Doo mystery, isn't it? I shit canned my auto pistols and I bought an old end frame Smith. I guess I just like Ben's irreverence. Yeah, that's pretty weird, man. Like selling your semi-autos and getting an end frames, that's kind of weird. I don't know. Anyway, gentlemen, the Glock 47 that I have, like, to me, it's as good as a Glock's ever been. Like, it's not like it's worse than the 34s. I mean, I think I like it better, especially like the Gen 5 stuff. It's, it's easier to install stuff like the Apex trigger in it. Like the gun to me, as for, taking it out of the box, mounting an optic on it and changing the trigger shoe to something I prefer and putting a plug in it. It's like pretty easy, nice plug and play stuff. No issues with it. I've shot a couple thousand rounds on the gun so far. Yeah, the round count goes up fast, by the way. And it's been great. It's been good. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'll report back more on the Glock 47s. You guys are going to see me with more 47s and 45s and all that stuff in the coming months, I'm sure.